Hi everyone, well welcome to another video. I'm in the back shed. We haven't gone away this weekend because we had a few more things to do to get ready for the caravan. I had to chop some trees down, finish tidying the shed up. Tried to get Dixie over against the wall there, but she's way too big. So we'll have to work something else out with Dixie. We're not sure whether we're going to keep Dixie or not. We're still trying to make up our mind. We keep saying we're going to sell Dixie, but then we can't do it once we get around to it. But I think inevitably we will have to sell Dixie once we get the new van. I just don't think we're just going to have the room for her. And to be honest with you, I don't think we're really going to need it anymore. But we'll get the van first, and then we'll make up our mind. But I'll keep you informed. But I have got another video today, and I'll try and get through it, guys. Annie and I have been really crooked the last week. We've had a few days off work. Annie was off for 4 days. I've been off for 3 days. We've had that horrible COVID-19, and we're sort of recovering now. I've all rugged up. I've got my jacket on. I'm trying to sit out of the wind because it is really windy here today, but I thought I'll get out in the shed because when I was cleaning up, I found a few props that are behind me, and you might be able to see all these lights either hanging up around me. I've got a few on the floor, and I found a few lights, and I thought I might do a little bit of a video about lights because I like to keep you all enlightened about what I'm doing. But there's something that we all use when we go camping, and they have different applications now, and with new lights now, with the advent of solar and with USB rechargeable lights, we've sort of eliminated the need for batteries now, and most products now either come with batteries built into them because lithium batteries are just more readily available now. They are becoming safer, and they do last longer, and you have the opportunity to recharge them either in your four-wheel drive or with solar or with power packs, such as, you know, my All Powers one or my Jackery, whichever one I'm using at the time. You can plug them in and recharge most things now and run a lot of lights off them, because a lot of them too have USB cords that you can plug into power stations and things like that, and even get more use out of them. So I won't talk too much more. We'll get in. I'm going to show you these lights. I'll tell you what my favourite ones are, try and explain to you why, and tell you how you may use them and why we use certain lights when we go camping in certain places, because you don't need different lights in certain things. Like a lot of vans and campers now have strip lights and things built into them, but we still find that some of these lights are really great when we set up things like our hexi tarp, or if we're sitting around a fire and you just need a little soft light that you can put up, or even if you just go into a toilet or you want to go for a bit of a bushwalk or something like that. But I thought I'd start off and just show you a couple of old lights. When I was cleaning up my shed, I found this old beauty here. Now this light here is an old, I think it would have run off kerosene or paraffin or something like that. It's actually got a tank down the bottom here. If anyone knows much about it, it would have had a, on the side here there's a little valve thing that controls the oil and that would go up through the armature up in the side inside here, and I think it would have had like a mantle in it, because it's got a couple of clips on the top here. You take that off, and then up in the top here it's got a piece that probably would have hung a mantle around it, and I'd say you would have lit that up, pumped this little thing here, little pump, and it would have pressurised and forced the liquid up through the lamp so you could light it up. Probably over 100 years old, this thing, and it's all made of brass, so it ain't going to wear out. It's got a couple of metal things on it, but most of it's made of brass. So great little throwback to the olden days, something that would have probably been used when they were in wagons and things like that, and on horseback and camping in the old days. And here's another one here that you might recognise. Now, this is not a real old one. It's probably a reproduction of a real old glass mantle lamp. These would have had a little soft wick in them, and you would have wound down a little handle, and you would have had kerosene or something in the bottom of it. You lift this up, this here, lift it up, you would light it up, drop that back down again, and you'd have one candle power. How many people would use those? Leave a comment in the video if you've ever used one of those lights. I'd like to know. But like I said, I've got a heap of different lights hanging around me, and I've even got a drink here. I found this old stubby cooler when I was cleaning up the shed. You might be able to recognise another rough head there, Mr. Buckaroony, and I thought I'll have a drink there just in case I need to get rid of this bit of a ticklish throat I've got. But let's get into it. Now, like I said, I won't show you these in any particular order, but I will tell you my favourite ones, either when I'm showing you them, or maybe at the end of the video I might tell you which one's my favourite one. But I've collected them for many years. Some of them here I have had since about 2014, and some of them I've bought this year as well, and some of them I've won in prizes, things like that, or been sent out to me by different companies. So let's get into it. I'll keep you enlightened and show you some of these lights. We might start over here with this little display here, because these are all my magnetic lights, or lights that can either go on tripods, all that sort of thing. They're more your little four-wheel drive lights for carrying around and using for particular, rather than having a light like a strip light underneath your awning or a light off the side of your camper. These ones here are mobile. You can hang them up. Most of the lights I have got here are all mobile, but these ones here you would either use in a certain situation, either if you were fixing a spare tyre on your four-wheel drive, or under the bonnet of your car, you need to go to the toilet or something like that. So let's start with this little tiny one here, because this is actually one of my favourite little lights. And the reason it's one of my favourite little lights is because I can use it just about anywhere. I can use it when I'm cooking, because it's got this little fold out thing here, and underneath the bottom side of it here there's a little long strip light there. Now I'll put a photo of these up on the screen, maybe a close-up video, so that you can have a closer look at it. I'll get the camera really in close to it and show you how it looks. But this is called an Ultimate 9, and I actually won this at the Mr. Buckaroony camp up at Lake, not at Lake Tinaroo, at Harvey Bay a few years ago. So it's a couple of years old now, and it's still going strong. And it's one of the lights that I do carry around in the four-wheel drive, because it's got the magnetic base, so I have it stuck up in the back of the four-wheel drive. It's got the little USB thing there where you charge it up. Now unfortunately there's no way of knowing how charged this is. It hasn't got any little lights that light up to tell you whether it's what power's left in it, which is probably a con with that light, because it's one of those lights that you, after you use it for a while, I normally, every couple of days if I've been using it a bit, I'll plug it into a USB-C, charge it up again so that it's at full charge. But apart from that, this is a fantastic light, because it's got this long strip light on this side, it's got a smaller light there, and it's got a little pen light on the end there. Now I'll turn the pen light on. You press it once, the pen light comes on. Now with the button on this light, once you press it, if you want to go to the different lights, you've got to quickly press them one after the other. So if I press it again, that light will turn off and the whole thing's off. Now to get the one on the back going, press it once, the front light comes on, press it again. Sorry, the long light goes on, I'll show you that one. So that's the long light. When I say long, it's got quite a long LED strip in it. Now you press it again and it'll probably turn off because I've waited too long and I can never find the on off button. So it's switched off. I'll just press it again, brighter, and then press it again and the back light goes on. So it's got a few different settings, but absolutely fantastic little light. And the beauty about it is magnetic. So if you've got a magnetic part in your kitchen or on the back of your camper trailer, you can set it up over a preparation area like this, make yourself a cuppa, turn the light off, and away you go. And the other great thing is, like I said, if you need to go to the toilet in the middle of the night, you can pick this light up. You've got that great little light on the front there to walk around, and then when you get up to the toilet, you can turn on the bigger light, have that hanging over a bit of cord or something like that, and you've got a great little light that you can hang up over something and do your business. So that's one of the first lights there. I'll leave that running up there. We'll see if it keeps going and see how long it charges, or stays charged I should say. This light here, I only have had this about 3 months. Now I bought this off Temu. You may have heard me and Rob from Australian Camping and 4-Wheel Drives talking about Temu. Now I have got a couple of different lights, I think 2 different lights that I've bought off Temu. Now this one here, I bought this one for a particular reason, because it not only is it a light, it is also a mozzie repellent. It actually has in the top here, it's got 2 little, those little mozzie repellent things that you buy. You can slide those in there and you press one of the buttons on the side of it and it lights up a little heater unit inside the top there, and it burns and lets out incense. So this light is really good for hanging beside you or sitting beside you when you're sitting down at night, and if there's a few mozzies around, and it does work. It keeps the mozzies away from you. I really like it. And the other good thing is too, it's a flashlight. It's got a light in the end of it there, so again you can take it to the toilet or whatever. And like I said, sitting around the fire at night, it has got this little soft light, so you can turn the mosquito part on, turn that on, hang it up on a little pole, sit it down beside a table, and you've got a great little ambient light that is great for sitting around. So that is another fantastic little light there. I'm going to leave them on as I'm talking and see how long they last. I don't know how charged up they all are. Unlike my camera battery, it's just about ready to go flat. But I'll deal with that when it happens. I'll keep talking. Now, I'll show you one of the oldest lights I've got. I don't know whether it's between this or that, but this one here does rate up with one of the oldest lights that I do have. And I've got 2 of them. Now these were 2 of the first lights that I ever got when I went camping, and I actually were given to me by Clayton from Kick-Ass. He come to a camping event we were at, and he had these lights, and I was talking to him and he said, oh, here, take these. And I'll tell you what, these have been absolutely fantastic. That would have been back in about 2019, I think, or 17. So they have lasted really well, and we take these camping with us all the time. And they do live in the 4-wheel drive as well. I think I keep the big one in the camper on the shelf inside there, because these are absolutely fantastic. When we had the Dot on the back of the camper, there was a little metal rail up on the back of the Dot. We would use these lights all the time because they have the light on the end, they have a fluorescent light, brighter light, the amber light, red, blue, and then the police car light, if that's, or the disco light if you want to call it. But they are still going strong. The batteries in these things are absolutely fantastic. They have lasted so well. The quality is great. I've dropped them a few times. They've got a few little dents in them. I think this one here's got a little crack in the bottom of it where I dropped it and smashed it, but still working great. And the great thing about them, they are magnetic, and you can stick them up and they're great for sticking either in the back of your four-wheel drive. Now, if you've got a rear opening door, you can stick it up underneath the back of your door, on the side of your car. If you've got to put the bonnet up on your car, you can use them as a work light. They are absolutely fantastic. I've got to change the battery on my camera because it's just going flat, and we'll be straight back. Stop recording. Well, got the battery changed, and I don't know where I was up to, but I know I was talking about this light here. Yeah, so magnetic, they're great for hanging up, they're great for taking to the toilet, great for using around your four-wheel drive, like I said, underneath the bonnet, back of your doors, anything like that. Absolutely fantastic light. And having the little amber colour in them is absolutely fantastic. They're so good. I just recently bought two more. I bought another set because you can never have too many lights. I've got another big one. You can buy them singly, you can buy them in a pack. If you buy them like with the big one and the small one, they're great value, and if you get them when they're on sale, they're absolutely fantastic. The only con I don't like about them, I don't know whether they've changed it on the new ones, is you've got to cycle through all the different light things to get to the light you want. That's the only thing I don't like about them. But apart from that, they come with little lanyards to hold on to them. Great little light, absolutely fantastic. I would definitely recommend those. They are one of the lights that do stay in my kit all the time. So Kick-Ass Lights, get onto their website. Don't forget, Kick-Ass are sponsoring the Legends for Charity camping event. We will have probably some of those as prizes at the event, so keep an eye out for those ones. Absolutely fantastic. I might grab this little one down here now. Now these are a Zemfir camping equipment light. They are USB rechargeable, and they are also a battery power bank. I should have mentioned too, you can recharge off these lights as well. I did forget about that. You keep forgetting about these things. On the end here, you unscrew the end where you charge it. On the end there, you got your charging USB-C, but there's also a USB port, so that say your phone goes flat and you need emergency power to charge your phone, you can use these lights as well. That's another great thing that I forgot about. Yeah, like I said, these ones here, they've got the USB-C and the USB, so that if you want to use these as well for recharging your mobile phone or some sort of device, you can. But on the top of these ones here, you've just got one button, which is to turn it on. And it does give you a light display on this one to tell you how much power is left in the light. This one is fully charged, and that does go off after a few seconds, but if you press it again, it comes back on again. Now, there's your light there in the bottom. It's got a couple of different, when you first turn it on, it's bright. Turn it so bright, a little bit duller light, and then turn it off with the last one. Now, great thing about this little light as well, that the outside here is made of that, what do they call it, fluorescent material. So when you're using the light all night, if you've got the light on, you turn it off, this stays, glows in the dark and stays illuminated for a little while, so you can turn your light off and you still get a little bit of light. So if you've got to jump in your bed or something like that, or close something up, you've still got a little bit of light that you can get off this fluorescent sort of material on the outside here. And I've had to modify these a little bit over the time. I've put a little hanging clip on there. I think this thing here that was on here used to just tie it up, but I actually put a little clip on the top there, and I had to put a little screw in there because that one came out of the top of the light. I bought these off Bundy Outdoors, I think it was, but I'm pretty sure you can pick them up at most camping stores. They're absolutely fantastic. There is another company that makes them, I think Snow Peak. They make a similar light like this, but they are really expensive. They are a good light, but these ones are more a budget price. I think these were around $40 or something like that, but the battery has lasted really well. They don't take long to charge up, and You can turn them on around hanging up in your campsite, and you've got a great little downlight. So another great light. Like I said, I got those from Bundy Outdoors. Absolutely fantastic. We're getting a bit of lighting around here now, aren't we? What's the next one I'll show you? This one here. Now I bought two of these a few years ago. Now when I first bought our rooftop tent, we wanted some lights in the rooftop tent, and we also wanted some fans because during summer it was quite warm in the rooftop tent, and I seen these lights at Drifter. Now they've got a little hanging thing on the top here that splits apart, and you can hang them up. They also have a little hanging part on the back side here, so you can hang them up that way. So they're really great for hanging in different positions, hanging up that way. Now we've only had these about 2 years, I think, and I'll tell you what, they haven't been too bad. Now I did have dramas with one of the lights. It stopped working, and I rung up Drifter, and to their credit, they sent me out a new one and replaced it straight away, and they didn't even want the old one back. They just told me to throw it out, which I did. Now this one here is one of the newer ones they sent out to me, and again, it's got on the bottom is a USB-C for charging it up. Now the one over on the ground over here, which I'm going to show you, is got a USB-C and a USB in it for charging. Now they now have stopped that because I think they've changed the lights around a little bit after they may have had a few dramas with some of the earlier lights not working. I think that's why they replaced mine so readily. Now this one's 3.7 volts, 4000 milliamp. Just remember that. But like I said, it's got a fan in it, and I can never get them to switch on. There it goes. And it's got a little light bar down the bottom which tells you how much power's left in. It's got 3 bars left out of 4. But these were really great for hanging in the camper and getting a little bit of a breeze up in the camper, but also you've got a light ring that runs around the top there. So if you need light in your camper, or if you want to hang them up, I can never get the light to work properly on these. So you press it again, brighter, and then you got the amber light as well. And then you've got a strobe, like a little strobe light in the middle there. So really good light. They're great for hanging up again around your awning, over your kitchen, anything like that. And also having the fan in there, you can hang them up in your camper, in your tent, if you need a little bit of a breeze. So great little light. Like I said, that is the newer one I've got, but over here is the older one I had. Now this was the second one of the 2 lights I bought. That's the replacement one. This one here is one of the original ones. Now, coincidentally, this one stopped working the other day, and I thought, I'm not going to ring them up again and tell them another one's broken. They probably would have replaced it, but I did notice when I looked at the newer one, which I hadn't noticed before, that one there's got the USB, the older, it's not a USB-C, it's the, I don't know what they call it, it's that other type of plug. They stopped using them now, they're all using USB-Cs, but it's also got the USB charging port in the bottom of it. And this one is 7,500 milliamps. So it's 2,500 milliamps more than that one, which is probably why it had the charging capability. Now, I pulled this one apart this morning. I haven't finished putting all the screws in because I thought I'll just bring it over and show it to you while I've got it here. I'm just trying to get that in the camera there. But just down on where my thumb is there on the control panel down the bottom there, I'll see if I can point to it. That little thing there had fallen out. Now that's your power cord to charge your batteries. That had come out. That's why it wasn't working. So may have dropped this or something or bumped it and that fell out. That's why it wasn't charging. So if you've got one of these lights and it stops working, just unscrew the top off, check all the connections and it may go again. This one did. So I'm going to finish screwing that back together now. And just to show you that it is working, there you go there. The lights have come on. And the fan still works. So great little light. Definitely great around the campsite and definitely worth checking out. We'll go to another camping light now, a hanging light. And these ones here, these are another mosquito slash hanging light. These here are absolutely fantastic. We do take these camping all the time. Now I picked these up at Aldi's and I'm pretty sure they were like $19, but I have seen them in other camping stores, Tent World, BCF, places like that. So just check out your local camping store. I don't know what the prices of them are, but I have seen them quite a little bit. And they have got like the mosquito. I don't know whether you can see that there, the little purple light. But it does attract the bugs and everything to it. And does kill them quite readily. And also you've got a different couple of shades of light on the bottom of them. And the great thing about them, you can hang them up. Again, around your campsite. Absolutely fantastic, great little light. We do take those with us as well. But I just thought I'd show you those. So we got those from Aldi's, but check out your local camping store. What's the next one I'll show you? I'll have to show you these ones here. These here are my absolute favourite light. I'll just switch this one on up here. Actually, I'll switch this one on too. That one will change colours. Now, these lights here were probably the first little camping light we ever bought. Again, I bought these off Drifter years ago, probably back in about 2014. Now these are solar rechargeable lights. They have a solar panel on the top and they collapse. You just pull them up like that and hang them up like that or that. You can hang these around your campsite if you've got a hexi tarp or an awning put up, hang them around your awning. They're great for hanging around poles so that you can see where your poles are, and they collapse up, and they're great if you've got a toilet or a shower and you want a soft light hanging in there at night, just to leave turned on if you've got one of those collapsible shower tents, and just hang one of these lights in there and you can leave it on. They have a couple of different settings, so you press the button in the centre and it's a little soft light, then a brighter light, and then I think it's your emergency light. Hope there's not too much editing in this. My voice just got really croaky and I had a coughing fit. I had to stop for a second. So, absolutely fantastic light. They weren't cheap, they were around $55 each. A great camping light, and they pack down really small, and you can just throw them up on the dashboard of your car or throw them, you know, in the sun during the day, and they're fully recharged. I have never had any trouble charging these up off solar, and they last all night. Like, you could leave these on, have them going like at 6 o'clock at night when the sun comes down, get up at 6 o'clock the next morning and they'll still be going. Then just hang them up during the day, get them charged up. So if you can still find these lights, this is just a white one. If you look up here, this one up here is another one that they started selling. In my opinion, this one is not as good. If you just want a nice little colourful light to hang around for a bit of ambience or something like that, it's a good little light, but I don't reckon they last as long as in the white light, but they are still a good little puff light. I've still got 3 of these. I I'm ruining the day when they stop working. I'm hoping I can still get some. I hope they still sell them. I think they do, but keep an eye out for those if you can get hold of them. Absolutely fantastic little camping light to have either hanging around your awning. We quite often just have these hanging up around our kitchen and they're plenty bright enough just to have in your kitchen, and they don't weigh much, they don't take up much room, and they fold up flat. We'll get on to the next one. Now this one here is another magnetic light, but it is also a Bluetooth speaker because we're all getting into our music around the campsite at night now, listening to the footy or whatever. This one here I picked up from Bunnings, and I'm pretty sure it was like 20 bucks. It's got in the back here, I don't know, I can never remember what they call that. It's not USB-C. I think it's USB-A or something like that. But it's got the USB for charging devices again. It's Bluetooth connectivity with your phone. It's got volumes up and down on it, but it is also a great little light. If you can remember how to turn it on, there you go. So there's your light. Got the flashing light if you get lost in the middle of the night. And it also has the little display on the back to tell you how much battery power is left in it. That one's got about 2 bars left. Hope that's not getting too bright in the camera lens there with all these lights going over there. We're just about there. This light here, now this one here is not one you can buy. I just thought I'd throw it in because Novasight, I'm going to talk about them again in a second, but they sent me this light out just as a thank you for working with them. It's an absolutely fantastic spotlight. It's got this massive big lens on the front there. I'll shine it into the camera lens there for a second, but this goes for ages. It's USB rechargeable, absolutely fantastic light. I think you can buy lights like that online, but that was one they sent out to me. And speaking of Novasight, how can I not talk about their light? This one here has been one of my most favourite lights that I have got so far. This little Novasight light is absolutely fantastic. It is USB rechargeable, USB-C, and on the top there it also has a USB to charge up your devices. All these things now come with that feature. If it hasn't got it, probably steer clear of it. But the great thing about this light is its construction. It is so solid. It is all aluminium. It's got a protective rubber cover around the front of it, and on the back of it there you don't have those buttons you got to press. You've got 2 dials and for 2 different light applications. So I'll turn the dial on. So that is the soft glow light, and you can see there you can turn it right up or turn it right down. If you don't want that light, turn it off, turn the white light on. Same thing, you can turn it right up, you can turn it right down. Yeah, so having that adjustable feature on the back of this light is absolutely fantastic. It also has a little LED display on the back there. Check out my other video where I go in an in-depth full review of this light. But the other great thing, it's got the magnetic base on it, so you can stick it up just about anywhere, spin the light around if you're using it on the back of your four-wheel drive. I also now take this light with me, and because it's got the 1/4-20 thread on the bottom, I've got an old camera stand, and I put this light up on top of it and just take it over to where we are. If we're cooking a roast or something around a fire at night, we need a little bit more light. I can put this in the stand, adjust the light around and get the light directed to where we want it. And I'll tell you what, this light puts out a really wide beam light. It really lights up your campsite, and it also has the little diffuser So if you want a little bit more mood light, say you're inside your tent, there's a little clip on the bottom there. You can hang it up inside your tent. But like I said, if you've got a little tripod for these off their website, check out my video. I do have a discount code, and we will have one of these as a prize at our camping event. So stay tuned for that. But this is a fantastic light. It really does go with us when we go camping. It stays in the four-wheel drive, and the perfect light just for setting the mood on your campsite. How many lights can we get going before we finish? Now, I think I've got most of them going now. What have I missed? Oh, this one here. This is one of my latest acquisitions. This light here is absolutely fantastic. I think I bought one, then Rob from Australian Camping and Four Wheel Drives bought one. I think Terry from Handcrafted by Terry G has just bought one. Now, guys, I bought this off Temu, and I'm pretty sure I paid about $45 for it. I got it on a special. They range anywhere on Temu from $45 to about $89. There's other places that I've seen selling them on Facebook and other companies that I've seen selling them in Australia, and they're charging ridiculous prices, like anywhere up to $250, $180. Don't pay that much. If you want to get one of these lights, get onto Temu. You'll pay half as much and you can buy two of them. They are absolutely fantastic. They've got the magnetic base on them, so you can either stick them up in your four-wheel drive, side of your camper, but they also have little legs on the bottom that you pull out. Now they've got glow-in-the-dark feet on them so you don't trip over them, so you can spread the light out. But they also have this little piece here, which telescopes or periscope, whatever you want to, goes up in the air. Again, they have the USB-C charging port in the bottom of them, so you can charge your mobile device. But they also have a few different light things on them. And the great thing about this one, this little head on this thing, twists up and down, goes nearly right around. So if you want to light up the roof, if you want to light up around your table, and you can also change the colour of it. I just can never remember how to do it. There you go. We'll press it on, press it again, so you got the white light, the amber light, and the great thing about this, you can sit it on the ground around your campsite, sit it down there and direct the light wherever you want. Absolutely fantastic. And you can also push that down and you can see you've got a nice little mood light around there as well. So there you go, white, real white, orange, and I think you can turn the brightness up as well, so you can see there I've got it up really high, or you can turn it down. Just hold your finger on the button and it turns the light right down, or turn it right up. So that's it there, outdoor camping adventure light. Don't pay too much for it. If you want to buy it here in Australia, buy it in Australia, because they're only buying them overseas and putting a massive markup on them. But get onto Temu and pick it up off there. You will pay half as much and you can buy two of them. Absolutely great little light. It's one of those ones that is really worth checking out. The wind's just about blown my camera over there. I don't think I've got too many more left. Oh yes I have. I forgot about this one here. Strip lights. So these are more your lights if you want to hang up around your awning and stuff like that. Now these particular ones here, XTM four-wheel drives, I got those from BCF. I think they were $54. You get 4 in a packet, you get all the cords, you get cigarette lighter plugs, amber lights, but you can see them up behind me there, running along the track, and they do a great job. I do have another outside light there hanging up just up here. I hope you can see it. I'm going to turn it on. Now this light here runs off USB, but I'm running this light off that little power pack there. Now I have had this light running all night off this little power pack, and it's come on there straight away, and that's it there. And I tell you what, you can get a couple of different sizes in this light. This is the smaller one. You can get a bigger one. I think Rob Richmond's got one, and they're made by Austrail. I got them from Tent World. They fit in that little bag. It's got like a fishing rod pole on it, and you have a little spike that you put in the ground. You hang the pole up. You can put it anywhere, plug it into a power bank. As long as you can find a cigarette lighter plug or a USB, plug it into that, and it will light up a massive big camp area. Absolutely fantastic. I think that is about all of my lights that I've got so far. Like I said though, if I had to pick which light would I take with me? One light, which one would I take? I'll tell you what, it's a hard task. It'd be the kick-ass one. Because not only can you use it with your four-wheel drive, you can hang it up under places. It does give you a great little light for shining up a campsite, stuff like that. It's compact, you can charge your phone off it, so that would probably be the one. If I could only take one light, I would take with me. What would be the other one if I could take two? The Novasight light. There you go, she just fell off again. This is an absolutely game changer, this light. I absolutely love it. You can carry it around too, like if you want to carry it around and stick it up under a four-wheel drive. So this one here is, I'll tell you what, pretty close to this one. These are my two favourite lights. What's yours? Let me know in the description, and tell me what you reckon. But I hope you've enjoyed me showing you these little lights. I can tell you what guys, I've done a lot of coughing, and there'll be a lot of editing in this video because my throat has absolutely been going off. I'm going to quickly pull the door down because there's no windows in this shed. And I did forget one other light. I just realised I've got this little light here. Now this is one of those ribbon string lights, and you turn it on. If I can get it to come on. There we go. You can change the colours. I think it does cycle through all the colours. I just can't remember which one you've got to set it on. Might be the first one, I think, actually. But the cord winds back up in the thing. Solar powered and USB rechargeable. A great little mood light for when you're camping. But there's absolutely no light in this shed. And have a look at this. Look at all the lights I've got around me. I could sit in here forever. Start the fridge up. But great camping lights. Like I said, if you've got any questions, queries or comments, leave them down below. Stay safe, look after each other. Hope you've enjoyed, and stay tuned. The caravan will be here soon. Cheers everyone. Bye. I have to pack all this stuff away now. Why do I do this? Cheers everyone. Hope there's not too much editing in this. My voice just got really croaky and I had a coughing fit. I had to stop for a second. So, corner there. How much power is left in it. And having the little I bought these off. Now definitely worth checking out. So yeah, places like that. One of those collapsible shower tents. Emergency light.